ladies and gentlemen, this is episode number Matt 6, the Sleeper Podcast. I'm Matty Mac, as you're probably well aware by now, and I'm here with
Uno Chance.
Uno Chance.
Always Uno Chance. Everyone always calls me Uno now.
I think it's just the thing. The U looks better than the O.
Is that it? Really? Is that what I need to change my PlayStation game to? Is Uno Chance?
Yeah, I think that should be the one. All right, guys. We as I said, episode 6 was going to be a slightly shorter one compared to the other ones. Obviously, the other ones usually around that hour and a half mark. This week and last week, it's been pretty quiet. Obviously, we had Easter and public holidays left, right, and centre for most part of Australia. And so, yeah, it's the shorter, sweeter version of the Sleeper Podcast. So, anyway, Matty, how's your little fortnight been for the last 2 weeks? How you been going?
Yeah, it's been good. Done a lot of streaming. A lot.
Yes.
A lot. We did a 16-hour stream the other day, which is actually really fun. I haven't done that in ages. But
yeah, man.
But yeah.
How did you go balancing the food and the water and all that sort of stuff? Because that's what we spoke about in, I think, episode 2.
Yeah, no.
Whatever it was.
Well, I mean, obviously, majority of the channels now has the Stay Hydrated bot. You have to, yes, I think you have to like subscribe. I don't know how we got it in there, but we did. Anyway, that tells me when to drink water, and I usually ignore it, but I
don't ignore it every time it pops up. I'm like, hey, dude.
But I usually have a water jug, and then yeah, but yeah, after like 4 hours now, I get like I need to move. I don't do it anymore. But and food. Nice girlfriend that
prepares,
gives me food,
brings food to me.
But yeah, no. Apart from that, it was just like, man, I miss doing streams like that. I do. Like it's you get so I feel like you get so much more done. You just
what games did you play? I know what games you play.
What did I play? What did I start with? I don't remember. I know what I finished with. Finished with Days Gone.
Yeah.
But I
Final Fantasy
started with Final Fantasy. I think it was Destiny. Wasn't it? I think it was Destiny.
Destiny. Yeah, you were doing raids.
Yeah. So
with the guys.
That's right. And then yeah, we moved over to Days Gone, and that's a good game. We'll probably most likely you see me streaming more of that this week. So
yeah. Actually, I'm keen to watch that because I don't know if I'm going to buy that game myself.
Yeah, it's a different one.
This one is, yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah,
for those of you playing at home, definitely worth the pick up if you're into that sort of thing.
But Easter was like a very different Easter. It was like usually we have family stuff, but we did all that before Easter because Mum and Dad decided. Well, they bought a caravan, so they've gone taken that to the old Sydney place, and
the old grey nomads.
Yeah, that's it.
Starting early, are they?
Yeah. Well, it's actually it's a really nice caravan. It really is. I can show you photos. Actually, it's really nice. But yeah, they just went and saw family. Because majority of our family are from Sydney, but I don't.
Yeah.
Never lived there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Mum's side of the family.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's the reason we call it Sydney. But anyway. Whoops.
Wow.
Yeah, the Easter was pretty much a standard run of the mill for me, man. Like family stuff in the morning for my side of the family, then family stuff in the afternoon for my partner's side of the family. And I think we were home by like 4:30.
Yeah, right.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
I actually had to wake up super early that day. I think I woke up at like 10 a.m., which again, the body clock I'm on doesn't really allow for that to happen easily. You try waking up at 12:30 at night trying to go to your family functions. It's not fun. But anyway, It was good. It was good. We had good times. Good to catch up with everybody. Just the same standard stuff. That's what these public holidays are good for, is getting all that sort of stuff. I'm not saying out of the way, but getting it out of the way. Because it can be. It's yeah.
Family's interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I always feel like Easter's a weird holiday anyway. I always feel like it's...
Well, it is this year in particular because we had Easter, obviously the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, everyone went back to work. Wednesday, people went back to work, and then Thursday, Thursday, Anzac Day. Friday, most people, I'm assuming, took off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually worked through.
I know Easter. A lot of places that close down just because There was no, like, what is the point? What's the point of that whole week? You may as well just take off. Like,
exactly. Man. And I think
they should have just gone public holiday every day.
I know I had a lot of mates that work like full-time employment mates, and they basically took 3 days annual leave,
and you get 10 days.
10 days off,
Yeah.
and I think some was 11. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's insane.
That's bullshit. I mean, I worked through until Tuesday after Easter. I was on doing 12-hour night shifts.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
So as he says sarcastically.
No, look, it was good. It was good. Like getting
Yeah,
public holidays in my industry is like very, very rare. So I took the opportunity. It was there. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. And yeah, I think like with the wedding coming up, definitely worth the extra coin in the bank. Because I was planning on having 10 days off because as we said, like most people don't work that 10 days, especially in construction. Like just doesn't happen. You know, they get a few extra RDOs here and there, and it just blacks out the whole 10-day period. But anyway, it was good, man. I did end up having. I had a 5-day break. I go back to work in probably 2 hours time. So really looking forward to it after 5 days off.
Yeah, it's so good. Played a many a video game. We'll get to that later.
We did, yeah. So any new intel from the One Chance camp?
Really, like I said, it's just been nice to be streaming, and we've actually I would give a few shout outs. Actually, we've yes, like a part of me has started to try and interact with more streamers than I do, and and it's nice. It's nice to actually start building more friendships with other people. Just like I usually lurk in a stream whenever I'm doing stuff. I don't. It's weird. Usually people go towards listening to music, but I'll always try and find a stream. That's what I like to do. I like that noise in the background, and it's interesting to see what they're doing. I've recently started playing with a couple of guys that play Destiny, and that's Holmes and Five and Popcorn AU. They've been around for a while. Holmes was actually one of the first people to do the grassroots.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he was the guinea pig. He was in the first lot.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we did a raid night actually on Tuesday night, which is a lot of fun. I highly recommend going back on any of the VODs that one of us had on Twitch.
How many were in that Twitch?
There was 4 of us streaming.
4.
And it was and one was recording YouTube, and that was Ryan. Ryan was doing YouTube stuff.
So you got all 5 POVs for that stream. That's for that.
That was man.
Game
just some mates having some good times, you know. And
bro.
And I guess like because we're all there like to make content, but we're just having fun. We were just all mates having fun, like that's it. I think if it's forced banter, it's never gonna work. But there were just some funny moments, man. A lot got clipped, and
I did manage to see a few clips. There's I'll break this down and try to describe it for the listeners. There was a clip or a part of the stream where the guys, I think they were sort of in between raids or in between sections of the raid, man. I don't really know how that works, but there's an emote in the game where you can have a table and a chairs, or a table and chair, and all 5 or all 4 of the guys had their tables and chairs all lined up pretty much perfectly. So it looked like a big dining table with all these Destiny 2 characters sitting around.
It's funny because we did that right, and then we just started talking about because we're waiting for Tolga, Super Angry Bro, another streamer. He wasn't streaming that night, but partner streamer. And we've just become known him for a while, but slowly starting to build that friendship.
Oh, building a relationship.
It's nice.
That's
awesome,
good, man.
And
that's what it's all about. Bro.
He had to go get a burrito. That's why we were waiting. So we all started doing.
So we all
did the emote. Yeah. So we're just waiting. And as we did that, Holmes was like, "Yo, why don't we just do some would you rather's?" And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And he said on Reddit, and we're just like, "Oh no," because Reddit's never good. But
Reddit's a bad place.
But like I said, you can go watch the VOD for that because that was some pretty funny would you rather's. I think we only got through 3 or something, but man, there was some tough ones. There were some tough would you rather's, but nothing else really to report apart from just sort of it's funny. Like I always feel sometimes a bit like, all streamers get it. I know that they will kind of go, oh shit, this person's a little bit bigger than me. How do I approach them? And all I did is just started hosting them, and then just like a lot of streamers host and then say, oh yeah, like they sort of like what for 2-3 minutes, and then they sort of leave. But what I ended up trying to do now is host them and sort of get to know them a bit, and then, you know,
so you jump in their stream community, after your stream.
And then if I like them, I'll like obviously go back to them throughout the week, and not necessarily just to be there to network, because I just feel like that, like, yeah, it's a business, but at the same time, I'm trying to just make to have a common interest, and
yeah, for sure.
And that's what I think. That's sort of how Holmes and I now, we don't really, and same with Popcorn, actually, they will be streaming, but I may not be streaming, but I'll play with them whenever they need something, like more that.
That's the beauty of like the depth of the depth that you've gone into Destiny as yourself as a player, and I mean even that group of the guys you play with and have playing with for a while now, like the depth in that game you guys go into, you can bond and build the relationships with the guys that are in the same sort of category or same boat as you. Really,
well,
I mean, there's no like there's I don't know how do I word this. It's good for the game and it's good for you and it's good for them. Like just having more people involved, I think it's just good all around. Really, it's
I mean, cool. they're like they're sort of they definitely stream for their content. I know that Holmes is trying to get all these characters to 700. Obviously, that's the max light level there at the moment in Destiny. But they have a lot of quests to do, and it's refreshing for me because I'm sort of at the end where I'm like, I don't have much to do. I can go for triumphs, I could go for this, but it's sort of being a part of that whole them getting things is kind of cool to watch them do that too. Like I just helped and it's not just them. Like I've helped other guys. Obviously, we joined another clan recently, and helping some of those guys get some of the triumphs done for them, and just hear them being happy. Like that's kind of cool. That's like a really that's a nice thing. And it's nice to get to that point where you can actually help people, and I know that secretly, this is secret, not really secret, but
wink.
We we're in the process of set up like a regular raid night with that group. Yeah. So that we can, like, once again, it was just fun. It was just a lot of fun we had that night, and there was no drama. It was just, if we failed, we failed, just laugh. Like, just good quality banter and enjoyment of the game that you guys all like. So that's a win-win. Yeah. That's a massive win-win, bro. I love that. Yeah. That's what we're all here for, really, isn't it? Yeah. As you say to me when I'm raging. Just enjoy the game. Just have fun, dickhead. Yeah. Who cares? I mean, that's the other thing. That's probably the attitude. This way I play now. Yeah. If I'm not enjoying the game, then I may as well just game, because I just doesn't bring content. It doesn't bring, like, I just feel there's very few positives you can pull out of being angry at playing games. Yeah, and if someone's close to being, I guess, turning into a ragey person, you don't point yourself. It happens to anyone. But if someone's close to that point and you're the one starting to rage, it could just tip them over the edge, and it's just like everyone's just starting to yell. There's like not really that fun anymore. Like it's really. So, and that's the thing, and I got to put this into my head and keep it there. We're not playing these games competitively. Exactly. And there is people that live and breathe these games. But it's like, it's like me, right? I wouldn't expect not being. I mean, I definitely am not the best at Destiny, but it's like if you came on a PvP and we went 1v1, I mean, you would shit on me. Well, but that's what you'd expect, right? But if you shit on me, it's like, all right, you know. But it's like, to me, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, if the person lived and breathed PvP, and then you came up against them and shit on them, I understand that, but like that would be rage-inducing 110%. Yeah, but it's to be expected, right? It's like you're going in. Like, that's the thing. What we're finding right now. We'll talk about Battlefront in a bit too, but we're expecting to be like in the top 6, and these guys have been playing for since launch. Yeah, probably. and we're like, dude, we're 14, level 14. What the fuck? We're on the 11th. What the shit's this about? Like, bullshit. This is so shit. We don't even have cards. We don't have anything yet. Like, no, we're not even there. But that's. I mean, it's gaming, and I mean, I need to do a better job myself of like limiting that. And I have. I think it's also the type of game we play too. I think there's a lot of like the shooter definitely breeds like toxicity and rage, for sure. And that's why like an MMO is good. It's good to chill on. That's what I enjoyed Farming Simulator for. Taking over an hour, taking 2 hours to plow one goddamn field. Yeah, but I think that's what Battlefront can be. I'm not there.
Yeah, I know we really like seriously, as you said, like we can't take that seriously because we haven't played.
Yeah,
like we played maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of the game,
and we don't know how much of a joke people are until we've got the same cards. That's the thing.
Yes,
like we don't
that's
know.
right. That's right.
Like obviously pings is against us because we'll
We
get
have
into
to
it later.
play
But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we will.
there's there is ping. Ping is a big thing in that game. Purely there are players in Oceania. Unless everyone in the podcast decides maybe I should get it because it's on sale, guys. $7.50. I've seen it for.
Yep, on Origin,
and you get everything. It's all free.
It's all free,
and we'll see you on the battlefield. Money. And it's a beautiful looking game.
Matt, it's Battlefront. We'll see you on the Battlefront.
See you on the Battlefront.
Oh shit. Anyway, back to what we were on about.
That's the end of the podcast, guys.
We said it was going to be short.
Yeah.
How short, we didn't really know. Yeah, look, my week's always the same, huh?
Yeah, your week.
I work night, and I try to game in between, and I try to run businesses in between. Try, keyword there, emphasis on that. I'll just go into this now, like our quantum energy unit guys, as you sure you would have heard of by now, potentially. We are running our 1 year supply giveaway promotion, which is in its last days. I think tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow, so the 30th of April, last day to get into that, and the winner will be drawn on the 1st of May. So if you haven't already, follow the link in the description or follow at QNTM_NRG on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, and you'll find the details there.
Enter it,
dude.
Enter it.
It's a big giveaway, man.
A lot of tubs.
That's a lot
of capsules.
Yeah, it's heaps. Anyway,
but yeah,
that's so good.
Go do it.
Like, that's about all.
All the life news, really, isn't it?
That's me. That's me wrapped up in a nutshell.
We'll touch on it anyway. But next week, yes, this is a shorter one. But next week we are going to start special guests. We're in the process of. Do we say it? Did we say it?
Yeah, we could say it. At this point, we are trying to get one of our Call of Duty players, Ben Entice Anderson, on the podcast. We've got a few questions I want to ask him about his experience playing competitive Call of Duty in the APAC region.
Or the upcoming LAN?
Yes, there is. I'll touch a bit more on that in the sleeper. So which we'll get into now anyway. It's been quiet, man. Like, as I'm sure everyone's aware, the only thing we've had on our page for the last few weeks, aside from Rainbow Six guys winning GO4 comps, which they keep doing.
Yeah, they just won one 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. They won on the weekend. I think that was on Saturday or Sunday, whatever that was.
Buddy,
they keep winning, man. We played one game of our 6 with them, and they are something else.
They are something else, yeah.
We are
like, if you just want to sit back, have a drink, have a beer, just chill, and then just watch them destroy casual players,
everybody else,
and then get rage messages that I've never seen words like that before.
Yeah,
just let them do it. Just like get two of those guys. Do it.
Yep.
And they'll get 10-10 each.
Need two.
We didn't need two. Yeah, we didn't. But
there's a team of 5, and we only needed 2 players to win.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
It's actually insane that they're not allowed to technically play the pub version because they just get people just get shitty at them.
Yeah, and for them, like, there would be no enjoyment in
there wouldn't be.
Because...
No, there wouldn't be, because people just like that. The amount of aggression that they play compared to a casual player is just. But
it's crazy, and but they're good. They are so good, and it's actually scary. The amount of time they put into the game. Whew. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous, but not really, because I don't have time to dedicate that much into it.
We're grinding other things.
Yeah,
we're grinding the opportunity that they can keep playing. You know.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we're trying to push for. Yeah, is that opportunity.
Get them into it.
The Call of Duty, I know we just mentioned it before, but yeah, there has been an announcement of the XP Esports Gold Coast LAN. I was going to say Brisbane, but it's not in Brisbane. It's going to be in the Gold Coast, which I'm actually super excited about.
Intrigued.
It's about 3 weeks before my wedding, maybe 4, which is great because it means I get to go. Any closer, would have been able to go, but I think I'm going to try. Got to try.
Matty Mac coming out.
There will be content from Matty Mac, probably more on the sleeper side, not so much from my personal vlogging channel, which I don't want to talk about it right now, man. It's just hard. It is so damn hard. It's I have nothing to show. Aside from the streams that I've been doing on my days off, what else do I do, man? What else can I can't make engaging content out of me standing on a post at a night shift. Like, it's not.
I mean, that's the thing. Those sort of vlogs, like, it's the same as me. Like, what else do I do apart from eventually I'll be going to uni? What else can I do apart from day-to-day life?
I think like you might get a bit more out of it when you do go to uni, because I think the course you're doing, you're going to have to do. There's going to be a requirement for that sort of stuff potentially.
Yeah, there might be potentially, but yeah,
so that, I mean, that'd be cool. But
until we get to the point where like this is in the same that, you know, like it's gonna be a while since those sort of vlogs can actually do things like actually get a group of people together. I think that's like the biggest thing that I'm trying to get. Like, I would just say I'm trying to get to PAX.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is it. Like that content. Like, if we can get as much as we can in that weekend. Like, yeah, I have ideas for that, but we'll talk about it later. But
oh yeah, man, I have so many ideas.
Because there's just so many people in the one area, the one place, that we just need to.
100%. There's
It's those sort of it's those sort of things that I think are more interesting. Like, people that vlog every day and just like don't do anything apart from so this is my day. It's like, I mean, anyone
it's
can
different.
do
It's
that.
different, man. It's different because if you're a full-time vlogger on YouTube and streamer, content creator in general, you have. Honestly, you have that freedom, but you have a particular lifestyle that's appealing to people, and that's what people like watching.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can tailor a day. If you say you go to work for 8 hours, you do your job for 8 hours. You can't vlog that necessarily.
No, you
can't.
But
if your job is to get a vlog for 8 hours, you can do whatever it is you want.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of what they do, is being able to have the freedom of doing whatever you want on a day. Which, I mean, obviously there is difficulties and challenges and hurdles to overcome in doing that in itself. But if that's your job, that's your job. You know what I mean? Yep. If you've chosen to do that, like, yeah. Anyway, like, that's obviously for some might be like a touchy subject. It's like, oh well, it's hard for this, hard for that. Which, don't get me wrong, I 100% agree. With any job that you do full time and you put that amount of time and effort into, there's always going to be challenges and things that are hard, and days where you wake up and it's like, I cannot be doing anything today. It happens with everyone.
100%.
Probably more so in a regular 9 to 5. I would argue, but I don't know, if you've chosen to do that, do it.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Lucky them.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they're almost at the point where, let's say, they could go to the zoo for 5 days in a row if they wanted to, or, you know, like that's it's just because
you've got to worry about things like content fatigue and all that sort of shit, and viewership fatigue and all that.
Man, everyone gets it. Anyone that creates content understands. Any that's in any form, like that's art, drawing, vlogs, like gaming, all of that platform. Everyone gets fatigue. For
sure. There's no way to escape it.
Nope.
Aside from change it.
I mean, that's the
but
thing.
Anyway, that's why we change games, don't we?
Yeah.
We get angry when we change games.
Yep. 100%.
I'll circle back to sleeper stuff. We are actually looking into potentially picking up an Apex Legends team and also getting back into PUBG. Now, if anybody listening happens to know of any players or teams that are looking for an organization to represent, we are openly looking.
At him.
At me, yeah, at not Matty Mac. Not one chance. Paul Bastard's been getting a lot of DMs recent from people thinking he is.
I keep getting Apex ones on Discord. I'm like, bro.
I don't do anything.
I don't do anything.
I'm a streamer. Get the hell out of my DM.
Part of the reason why, like, I think I am still. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I'm like, Matt, we need to get me the fucking content part back in your sleepy Discord, because people are literally like, hey man, they see the management, they're just like, hey man, I'm.
Fortnite.
Are you looking for Fortnite? I also do Apex and PUBG and every other battle royale that you can think of.
And if you play all of the battle royales and if you think you're good enough to compete, you're fucking wrong. I don't give a shit what you say.
Yeah,
if you think you're top 5 PUBG, Apex, Fortnite, Ring of Elysium, whatever, if you're awesome and top 5 in all of those games, you are delusional. Unless your name's Shroud, but let's not talk about that.
A man is a gift to the world.
Yes, he is. Yeah, what was I saying? I was on the Gold Coast LAN. Now that LAN, I'm really hoping to get to.
You go from Apex to PUBG. No, we'll go to Apex. We'll finish with Apex. You look into those teams, yeah. At Matt, all that shit.
Yeah, at
done.
me for that stuff.
Wrapped. All right, back to the LAN.
Back to the. I do want to get to that. Create some content around the team. Like obviously the last LAN we did do that. I'd like to replicate that and make a whole lot more. So much bigger prize pool this time. I think they're talking 20K. 20K, the biggest slam we've had for Call of Duty for 3 years.
That's actually
projected.
insane.
Projected is what they're saying at the moment. Projected 20K in the Gold Coast. I'm keen to see if they're going to get 20K, but even 15 is still huge, which I reckon is amazing.
That's a lot of money, really. For like everyone's like overseas listeners, you're like 20K.
20K,
but for Australian and for the scene here for COD, that is
massive.
For like grassroots.
Everything in Australia is grassroots. If you are listening from say America or Europe, whatever it may be,
exactly the same way as they started 13 years ago. We're just a little bit behind.
We are because we don't have the population.
We've been to travel across the ocean first.
Yeah, that's right.
So a bit of the economy comes across the water.
It's still on a boat, guys. It's still on a boat.
Yeah. Be here soon.
Get there. That's the thing. We're growing, and just the fact that we're actually getting a second Call of Duty LAN this year from a third party that's not, ESL or Activision put on, that's awesome. It's so good to see.
Yeah.
Obviously, as much as I rage and bitch and moan about Call of Duty, I still love the game, man. It's still, I hate it so much. It's a serious love-hate relationship.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Like, COD is like my destiny.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm trying to transition out of that because it's so annoying. But I got
it. Always drags you back in. Like
it does.
Yeah.
Even you from time to time.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, that's the other nights. I like to play COD now and then because it's
just to remind yourself.
Quick games.
True.
You just to remind myself how good I was.
Yeah.
I'm just shaking my head.
You're shaking his head, guys.
No, but it's nice to just. It's just one of those games that there's always just people on. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Especially in pub. I mean, especially in TDM.
Sure.
One of those games I think is slowly dying though. It's weird. I think a lot of people have gone back to the other games. If they're not competing, but
I think we'll talk about it next on the next podcast.
Yeah, with
there has been rumored about the next Call of Duty.
Yeah,
there's already rumors and stuff circulating. I don't want to talk about that now. Obviously, we'll get to that later. But yeah, it's one of those things we always go back to.
It is.
If you love it,
yeah. It's just not like I said. It's nice to jump on for a couple of games and then I do.
So by
the fourth game, I'm just like, this
what
is
am I doing here?
Yeah.
But so this week, the 24th was it?
4th.
The 24th of April, guys. If you haven't checked out Avengers Endgame, do it.
And if you
now.
If you haven't watched any movies before that, watch them now.
Yes.
Before you see Endgame, because you go in there going, what the heck has happened?
All right, so let's just. I mean, this is okay. I'll just put this out here as well. This will be a spoiler-free review of sorts, and I put the review in quotations because it's not really. You can't really review it properly without spoiling the entire movie, and we don't want to do that because if you haven't seen it, my God, get off your ass and go do it. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a masterpiece.
It really is, and from start to finish, like the whole MCU from start to finish is a masterpiece in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
The way that they've built the characters up and to have this finale for all of those characters is just mental.
Yeah.
My opinion and this is my favorite movie I've ever seen, period. There is no other movie that even comes close.
Yeah.
If this movie's a 10, every other movie I've ever seen is below a 6.
I was talking to Reaper and Juzz about this before. We were sort of having a debrief on it, but it's one of those movies that's it's gonna be a household movie. For sure. For that culture of people that love superhero movies. It's like it's up there with those like timeless movies, like those trilogies, like Lord of the Rings, for instance, or like Matrix, probably another one. Yeah. You know, like our generation. This is that. I mean, yes, it spans 11 years
and 22 movies,
but
you think about that perspective-wise, man, you're talking like trilogies of like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars trilogies. I know they're up to 9 movies now, but Star Wars trilogies, the Matrix trilogy, like stuff like that. And then this is 22 movies, man. And it was 13 years, 10 years, 12 years, 11 years.
11 years.
To keep an audience like
invested
for that much time, for that amount of movies. Oh my God, they've done a good job.
They've been incredible. But the weird, the crazy thing is that Kevin Feige and stuff, their vision, they knew this. Like, because I remember like when Movie Pilot wasn't all clickbait. I remember reading these articles like, oh, they've got 40 odd movies planned for the next like 40 years. And then they were like, oh, actually it's like 60. So there's like 3 a year coming out for like 2020. And I was like, this is fucked. Like, because they obviously they included the X-Men. I'll say that they included that in that thing because it technically is a Marvel brand. It's just not part of the MCU. Like
the Logan movie.
The whole X-Men universe was classified. But then they also did Deadpool, and then they also said so superhero movies. There was like 40, and they even included Justice League stuff into that. But the fact that majority of them are from the MCU, and it all started with Iron Man.
Technically.
Yeah, technically, we don't talk about Hulk, but it was I blah blah blah. Personally, I didn't mind. Personally, I didn't mind that movie. That's a clip. Then but yeah, no. Personally, that wasn't a bad movie. Because it did deal with some issues that are pretty close to home. So it's like sort of, I guess, the way they portrayed it and stuff. And Edward Norton is a great actor. Yeah. He did actually portray, in my opinion, a very, very good Banner.
Yep.
But yeah, from that to what we have now, which is a full cast of like superheroes,
some of the best actors
and
actresses,
then for them all to come together
in one
like
epic movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know what? Epic, 2 movies. Really?
Epic, it really is. Epic isn't understating it. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, it is.
I cannot stress that enough.
Like, cinematography has advanced so much in 11 years. When you really think about where they started to what we ended up with
at the end. The end game was... I think he tweeted something about bursting a blood vessel.
Yeah, dude. I was like my inner fanboy. I think I just burst a blood vessel.
Yeah.
Due to my inner fanboy, just like holding all this emotion in.
And they've done a great job at that. I'm gonna be completely open and transparent on the podcast here. There was multiple times in that movie where I had tears in my eyes and my eyes were welling up, like to the point where I was borderline crying.
Not just
not just for sad parts. It was
goosebumps, joy. Like, it was funny. I think the best meme, because obviously there's always memes that come out with this shit.
100%.
The best meme that I saw, this whole thing, was like Endgame summed up into like 4 emotions, and it was just the Shia LaBeouf emotions when he's watching his own movies.
Yeah.
You see that part? And he's just like, there's one like crying, one happy, one sad, one angry. Like,
it's full range.
That's 100% it. Yeah. Like, but like, I've never been in a cinema where everyone is just as invested. Like everyone, no one talked. Usually there's always like a group of younger adults or something that are like sort of laughing at it, or like, but everyone laughed in unison, everyone cried, everyone was like sad at the same parts, everyone went, holy crap, this is fucking amazing. Like, it was just, man. Yeah. No applause. I was disappointed at that. It's weird. That's the thing. I saw Captain Marvel and there was an applause at the end of that, but there was no applause at the end of this. I was like, what the hell is wrong with people? Obviously went on the wrong day, obviously. Second session of the whole fucking thing, but no
applause.
Yourself.
I mean, I'd seen it 3 or 4 days after release, and I stayed clear of all the spoilers. I did so well. I even stayed away from
bad for him.
I even stayed away from the goddamn context-free spoilers. That was fucked. I saw that after the fact.
I feel like Twitter did something.
Twitter respected it.
Yeah, I feel like they did something. They got rid of I reckon as soon as people went like hashtag, like Avengers something, it just went straight into that
Don't show to everybody.
Well, they had that. Remember up the top? I don't know if you
Keep
saw
this
it, but they
close.
had like this block where it was just like Avengers Endgame, what people think, and you could just click on it. So I felt like every time someone even mentioned the word Avengers, it just went into there. So it was up to you to click it. Like it wasn't like it was on your feed. Just ended up there. So if they can do that more, actually, I've just watched the recent Game of Thrones, and they've done that again. So it's not on it's not on my Twitter feed. It's in that hashtag. Yeah, and then it says like, X has mentioned, so someone you follow has mentioned hashtag Game of Thrones, and then this is where you go and find it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's new.
Really
it seems new, but yeah, no. Yeah, exactly what you said. It's go see it, guys.
Go see it. I think we've said enough. We've said about all we can say. Just go and see the movie. And as I said before, I cannot stress enough, it's amazing.
And then,
yeah.
The plot.
I think in a couple of weeks' time, we'll probably go through.
We'll go through. I would like to. Yeah,
I want to watch it probably another one or two times minimum at the cinemas before it ends, because holy shit.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing it next weekend.
I'm tempted to fly up and watch it with you, bro. We can hold hands.
That's an expensive movie. That's an expensive movie, but you do.
Hey man, gold class down here's like $40.
I'll cry.
Yeah.
I'll cry holding your hand. I don't care.
Yeah. Hashtag no homo.
Yeah.
Ellie and Ash should be like, "What the fuck is wrong with them, man?"
No, it's great. It's
All right. We'll push forward, because we don't want to. We could talk about that for a whole hour or a whole podcast just by itself, so we won't do that. The next thing I want to talk about is the games we've been playing recently. There's quite a few of them, because we've been bouncing. I've been bouncing a shitload. I know you've been bouncing a bit too. So, Matt, Final Fantasy,
loving it, loving it. It's great.
Tell us in a 30-second wrap of the game. Kind of like WoW, but better artwork.
No, I keep pissing people off when I call it cartoon character. Yeah, essentially, it was between me picking WoW or Final Fantasy. I had mates that already played Final Fantasy. Does is fully into it. Yeah, pretty much. I think maxed. That's level 70. That's dedication. He had over 2,000 hours in the game. So
wow.
Yeah, but that's on like I'm saying on like almost one character. Has a lot of jobs. How long has it been out for? Since 2014. That's
okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, but that's on one class. There's like 10, 15 classes.
What?
Yeah.
So he's played the game quite a substantial amount.
Yeah, he knows majority of the bosses. He's a great tank. He loves playing tank.
Yep.
And it was a toss between WoW and Final Fantasy. Yeah, art style wise for WoW wasn't really it. I know the mechanic.
Yeah.
And
so it's similar to World of Warcraft.
Yep.
But it just, in my opinion,
it's just set in the final. Yeah. The character design and stuff like that is
based on Final Fantasy characters.
Final Fantasy. Yeah, and I mean, there's obviously different races. Awesome. Like in that, there's you can live your anime dream. It's not as detailed as say something like Black Desert Online, but that's like not a game that I even put in the same genre, because it's MMO, and that there is endgame is PvP based. This is PvE based.
Okay.
Always wanted to get into an MMO. I just haven't really been invested enough to sort of venture, and also Destiny has majority of my attention. But it's refreshing to have something else, like when, for instance, now like Destiny content is pretty dry at the moment.
Yeah.
I have something I can go play with friends. There's like 7 of us now, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we almost have like a full party to do. Like when we get to 24-man raids, we are 8 of those people. So
that's really
that is a party. So there's three parties in a raid, which you all work together and do a separate thing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and the story's really good. I've never really seen an MMO that has as many cutscenes as Final Fantasy does.
Oh wow, okay.
But it's very enjoyable. It took me a little while to get used to the combat, but as soon as it drip feeds you everything, hold your hand through the whole way till you get to end. It's good. But nowhere near end game yet.
And you put a few hours in?
I have put in 80 hours, and I am only level 52.
Yeah, wow, okay.
On one class.
Yeah.
I have a lot to do, but I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah.
I like it. As long as you're enjoying the game, that's all that matters.
Right.
Doesn't matter what anybody says.
Oh.
I'll put in real quick just here, guys. If you've got to this point in the podcast, I think we're about whatever in.
40 minutes in.
40 minutes in. Hashtag of the week, guys, is hashtag ENDGAME at not Matty Mac at onechance27_ on Twitter with the hashtag, and you'll go in the running to win a tube of Quantum Energy drink. Highly recommend it.
What? Won't
do it. Next game I want to touch on, Matty. Has been blowing up, or has blown up on Twitch of what the last.
Matt's a bit low. Can I just say, yeah, Matt's been a bit late to the party on this.
I'm super late to the party, man, because I didn't even know. I've seen the Twitch stats. I'm like, oh, why the fuck's GTA up there? Like, what the hell's going on here, man? This ain't right. That game is 6 years old.
We'll say some. We'll put a background to it. Put a little bit of story to it. So
yes,
Matt, myself, we've always had this idea that we would obviously want to keep giving content to this page, YouTube page, and you guys. We've always thought that maybe doing a YouTube series would be great fun, but we're trying to find a game to do it with, and that's like the worst part about it, because either I rage, he rages, like,
and the content is shit,
and the content's really bad. So we're trying to find something that potentially could
is quite passive.
Yeah, but we could also stream at the same time, as well as get some content clips and stuff like that to then turn into some highlights that we can post to you guys, and you guys can watch the funny parts, obviously, if you can't.
If you don't want to sit through an 8-hour stream or whatever it is, you can watch the highlights on this YouTube channel.
Right.
Sorry, podcast listeners, YouTube. Look up Sleeper Gaming or Sleeper Gaming on YouTube. You'll see it. It's easy.
Yeah, we've also roped in our good friend Kersey. There's the majority of this because he wants to get some content done too, which is great.
Yep.
But
love it.
So,
and we're gonna rope in Juki. I don't know how we're gonna rope in Juki.
I don't know if he will. He might.
Man,
he'd be pretty funny on it actually. There'd be some funny shit that happens to him.
Yeah. Anyway. And also, I mean, we've got a couple of people in mind that we want to get involved with it. We'd like to have
So
5.
Matt's late to the party, as we were saying.
I'm super late to the party.
GTA role
Grand
playing.
Theft Auto. Yes. Role playing. Matt.
I've mentioned it a couple of times on my stream, and everyone in the chat's gone, "Do it. This would be great."
Yeah.
Because they think, like, personally, they're just like, they just want to see me fucking be a dick.
Laugh and a dick, yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah, I know. But yes.
Anyway, I'm late to the party on this, as Matt said. GTA Online role-playing is a custom server, as far as I'm aware, that has mods on it that allows you to basically live another life, effectively, and have a job and a place to live. And I know from what I watched last night, and a couple other streams I've watched of GTA RP, it looks like so much fun, man.
A lot of fun.
It looks crazy good. So I'm keen to get into that. Obviously, we've got a bit of searching to do to find an Australian server or even American server that will allow us in with high population. So obviously we can.
Best thing about it, I think, is the fact that like some of the Australian servers are really cool because they have like they have cars and stuff from Australia.
Yeah, they've got modded cars like Ford Falcon, stuff like that. Super cool.
That should be like it's great.
Imagine being a police officer driving around in a police kitted Ford Falcon. That'd be pretty mad on a game.
Great.
Yeah.
Actually great.
I would enjoy that. You would enjoy that. I think we need to like duo that shit up and like Starsky and Hutch it.
That's the thing. Like, we'll obviously talk about that off podcast, but we have to work out what we want to actually do.
What we want to
achieve. Criminals? Do we want to be police? What do we want to? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
a lot involved with it.
So much. Yeah, there's so much potential there. I think that we need to start. Yeah, like I know that it's sort of on the other side, especially for the bigger streamers. But to me, that's like a perfect time because it's a good introduction. Servers are opening back up. There's like good content there for, I guess, the smaller communities to.
I feel like there's gonna be a backlog of people actually want to get into, especially the NoPixel servers.
I know there already is.
If we can get into something like that, man, like I feel like we could get some really, really good quality, funny stuff from that. To entertain you guys, and I'm pointing at the camera
and also have fun.
But podcasters, yes.
Because at the end of the day, I'm just doing it because I want to have fun, bro. Like,
yeah. And that, you know what? You say that, but then at the core of everything that I do is all based around us having fun. And whether I actually do that or not, I got to keep in perspective. We'll work it as we go.
That's it. We'll know basically. I mean, yeah, we'll probably do a couple of test runs.
For sure. I think we've got to like establish it and then work out how we can incorporate that into some form of content and go from there. This is probably the best option, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah. Now,
so look out for that, guys.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. I want to mention a dirty word on this podcast.
Makes me twitch.
Fortnite. I played, and we played. Actually, Matt, we played.
Yeah, we played the event though.
In the last couple
Can
of
I
weeks.
just say we didn't play? We didn't actually play the actual thing. We just played the event.
So myself and brother-in-law Juzzy or Rufio, we played a bit of Fortnite Arena a couple of weeks. Last week, or the week before, whatever. We played a bit, and it's, dare I say, fun until you get to the high levels. So rank 1, 2, and 3 are actually pretty good because you get people that are in a similar category as me. Can't build for shit, but we can shoot okay.
It reminds me of season 2.
It does, yeah. Season 2 of Fortnite and where the map was at and where the game was at and the balance was awesome. And it was actually a lot of fun to play. Arena reminded me of that. So if you haven't played Fortnite for a while, it might be worth checking out. Probably don't put yourself through it like I did. I did it just, for fun. And look, I did have a bit of fun with it.
But also the event at the moment is great because the end game thing we played over and over again, and being like, you don't actually just pick up one, you can have all 4. Yeah, you have a Hawkeye's bow, you have Thor's what's it called, Stormbreaker.
You
have Iron Man's repulsors, and you also have Captain America's shield.
Cap's shield. And the shield is sick.
Oh, dude, all of it's sick. All of it's fun.
It's just Avengers. So yeah, the current Fortnite event is Avengers Endgame based. It does include some Thanos. Does include some Captain America, as Matt said, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Thor.
Right. And you either play as Chitauri or you play as the Avengers. And it's just like, it's probably the most fun I've had. That was fun.
On Fortnite, yeah.
That was
Those events are pretty good. Like, I don't mind that. And I think maybe we probably won't play it again, but because, we've got other things to do. But which leads us into the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefront 2. Holy shit. Now, can we just preface this with the release and original launch of Battlefront 2 was an epic fucking failure. It was shit. Okay? The reason it was shit is microtransactions and money. Now, I'm not really interested in spending $2,000 on a game to get all the skins. Matt, I don't know about you, but I don't have $2,000 to spend on that shit. I'd prefer to play the game. We're at a point now with Battlefront 2 where that is very realistic possibility. And Matt, we played yesterday for a couple hours and the day before?
Yeah.
It was good.
Amazing. Every map map pack is now that's coming out is free. All characters are coming out are free. Still free.
It's free.
Literally, I think it's you looked at it yesterday. How to get rank up quicker,
or just like the best game mode to rank up, like the best.
Everyone just said, just play the fucking game.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Imagine playing a game to rank up to get better shit to then be better at the game. Unreal.
That's unheard of in 2019. Actually, I will commend EA on this because they have been doing a really good job at trying to change their shit. And they needed to because they were going downhill really damn fast. And, with Apex, free game.
And that's the other thing. Their loot crate system is even good in that too. However, the progression system changed, but we'll talk about that later. That's
another one,
But Battlefront 2 is like, if you are a Star Wars fan and you're like, you know what, that game could have been great, but whatever. Like I said, it's on sale.
Yeah.
Go have a look. Go play it.
$7.50. And if you've got the EA Access Us, is it called that? EA Access?
Premier? Yeah, Premier.
Premier, yeah, Premier.
You get it all
Access.
free. You get all the maps. You get everything.
It's free, man. It's heaps of
There's
fun.
So many heroes. Yes. You get shit on at the beginning. I will say that you get shit on because you have what they call player cards. There's 3 cards.
It's effectively buffs
on each class that you have. So like you have assault, heavy, support, sniper class, and then you can then eventually earn battle points to then in game as you're playing upgrade to play more powerful like heroes. And you guys haven't played Battlefront 2 before.
Yeah.
The player cards are literally by playing that class, and then as you unlock and get that, you get skill points which unlock those cards. You can grow those cards, and I mean, majority of the people that we were running around in yesterday have purple cards, max cards, and so.
But we expect. I don't know.
I mean, let's put it this way: I've played 3 hours today, played a bit last night, and then during the day, it was like 6, probably let's say 8 hours up.
Yep.
Anakin, a hero, has blue cards already for me.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the second from the top, isn't it? I believe there's 5. There's white, there's green, blue, and purple. And purple's obviously the best, and white's obviously the most basic.
Yeah. And it's super easy. Just play the class.
yeah, that's all. You get rewarded for playing the game. Yeah. Shocker.
And those are things like health on kill, health regeneration, more health, better abilities, better cooldowns. Like it's up to you how you want to build your class. You can only obviously have.
It's easy as that.
But yes,
it's easy as that. If you haven't tried it, $7.50, go check it out, or free with your EA Premier.
We will say disclaimer: Oceania servers at the moment are pretty poop.
Yes,
there is a certain time that they usually are active, and that seems to be on the weekend. It would be dead about now. It's just about 6 at night.
Yeah.
But the ping isn't that bad on the American servers. Virginia servers, not Oregon.
It doesn't look great, but I feel like they've done a good job at lag compensation. Yeah, because I don't feel like, I mean, obviously we get shit on because our cards aren't as good as everyone else's, but we might be playing on 210 millisecond ping. It doesn't feel like that. I've played PUBG at 210 milliseconds, and you feel every bit of that shit. You feel every single bit of it. So I feel like they've done a good job at lag comp, if there's a mechanic for that.
The Japanese servers, like the next one from us, and they're great. They're not bad. What I'm finding little ping issues in the American, obviously. That's only when I roll. I feel like when I roll, it doesn't show the animation on their screen because by the time I'm done rolling, I'm dead. So
right,
that could be a thing. But that's to be expected. I'm playing a 220 ping, and this guy's like,
you're literally playing against Americans. yeah, exactly. I mean,
probably
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel bullshit. It's playable.
Yeah,
and enjoyable at that.
Yeah, and if you're a Star Wars fan and you love the locations, love like Clone Wars, you love the movies, there is setting for every fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
And holy really crap, cool. Like Genosis, when we played on that, man, and being in part of like the Clone Wars
Wars, that was something else. I haven't been like that. I got caught map watching so many times because in the background of that map, you've got the Clone Wars going on next to you, like literally next to you.
Kimono.
So you got Kimono. That was a throwback, man.
That was amazing. It was bright inside, but Jesus.
Dark outside.
Oh, God, it was amazing. But you'll see that on stream a lot. Matt will,
I recommend check that out.
Matt will stream it when he can. But that's a game that I definitely want to get in the rotation because I'm shit out of it and being a massive Star Wars nerd. It's got me hyped for Fallen Order, man. I'm jumping like, come on, Fallen Order.
It's only 5 months away, 6 months away, 7 months away.
Yeah,
whatever, man. Matt, what's the other game you've been playing this week?
Days Gone.
Just came out.
Yep. Quick review on that.
Played a couple of.
Funny, a lot of people coming in and saying, "Oh, is this just the filler between Last of Us and Last of Us 2?" Like it essentially, yeah, it could be, but it's got a completely different. It's an open world zombie survival game.
Yes.
Single player, story driven, single player open world survival game, and it is frightening. When Matt's witnessed me come up against a horde, and in low level, you cannot take on a horde, and they are fucking frightening. Like,
yes,
we're talking about how many NPCs are in? There's at least 100 there,
minimum.
Yeah, there's a lot because you think there's like a few, and then it turns into like a lot.
I'll give you the rundown of what I saw when I was watching Matt shit his pants the other night. Basically, he was on a mission to basically rescue a girl or pick up a girl from a location, and he got to the location, and there was a few zombies. I could take them, no worries. And then I put in the chat something about in before a horde rocks up. Sure enough,
this horde just chills in, just rolls up the road, and the way they walk together,
up, man. Yeah,
they just came up the road, they're chilling, and then they just stopped, and I'm like, they're between me.
Genius.
And the worst part is, I put my bike on the other side of that fucking horde.
I was gonna say, Genius over here decided to park his bike facing a rock, so he couldn't get to it and just drive straight out.
No.
Facing a rock, and then the horde come between him and the bike.
Yep.
So
you know how that went.
Not very well.
No, I ran away.
And then ran out of fuel.
And then I ran out of fuel. And then I ran in. No, and then the worst, because this is the best part about this game is that shit that happens. Because, like, to me, that is the content that I like watching. When that happens to someone else, and that's the best thing about story-driven opinion. But the fact that they have that, so I got away from the horde and I was like, yes, dude. And then I ran out of fuel, and then I ended up in front of a fucking like ambush camp, which is like other NPCs that are human that want to kill you. Yes. So not only did I just get out of, I'm like, oh god, I'm safe. I ran into somewhere else that wasn't safe.
Not safe. Not safe.
And I just,
fortunately, they had fuel for you though.
They did have fuel. Yeah, but they still, yeah, exactly. And it's like, think of Last of Us meets. I mean, it's gonna sound weird because it's the same. Just think Naughty Dog meets like another studio open world like GTA, and that's essentially what you've got. Like and I think the worst part of, like, it's good and bad. The aiming system is terrible.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
the reticles are, like literally someone in my chat put, it seems like they just got like this bunch of reticles that they just want to chuck into a game, and they've just given it on every gun you think possible.
Yeah.
But headshots matter, but at the same time, noise attracts more zombies. And
I don't shoot unless you have to shoot.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely, I'm gonna keep playing that game till I'm done.
So you're about to go live tonight as well, so you'll be playing that. If you've watched to here and you're up to this point and it's still, I don't know, 8 p.m. on Monday, check it out. Matt, stream plug.
Twitch.tv/1chance.
There it is, guys. Go check it out. I feel like you're probably going to be playing that for a majority of this week to get through it as quick as possibly can, just so we can sort of continue on with whatever else we're doing games-wise. So yeah, check that out, guys. What most nights you're streaming, Matty?
Daily, yeah. Usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's usually off. Depending. If I'm not streaming a Thursday, then I'll be streaming Friday. If I'm not streaming, then I'll be.
So it alternates a bit, but generally, Matty's streaming.
I am streaming
5 to 6 out of 7 days. So
still waiting for uni. So what else am I gonna do?
Hey, we only got 2 months to go. Let's go.
That's what
Yeah, I know, man. Not too far off.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's going to wrap up this episode of the podcast, Matt. I think we're about to clock in at just
under an hour, dude.
An hour.
Let's go. So we're like, oh, dude, just 10 minutes.
We'll just do a 10-minute podcast. Yeah, sweet. No worries. We can't talk for less than 10 minutes.
No, apparently. No. Oh, it's
the brief's tiny too, guys. But anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. And again, thank you so much for the continued support on the previous podcast and all the other stuff that we're doing at Sleeper Gaming. At SleeperGG on Twitter to reach out to the team. And for us, I'm at Not Matty Mac and at One Chance 27. That's what But again, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.